Perfect. Hey, everybody. How are you guys? Nice to see you all. My name is Kathleen Hepler. I am a diamond from upstate New York, and I have been with Plexus for like 10 years. Just the other day was my 10 year, which seems kind of bananas. Before I get into exactly what I want to talk with you guys about, I'm going to give you a little brief story of me so that you know, like, all right, who's that chick from New York? I started before Plexus. I was a speech therapist, special ed teacher. I was supposed to be a principal. That was the plan. Obviously, I live in sweatpants. That is not the plan anymore. I joined Plexus because I felt like crud. I had 4 children within 5 years. And at the time, they were exactly how I felt 2 through 7. They just turned 7. So I didn't realize that anything about gut health. I didn't know that 4 pregnancies and births and all of the things in between messed my whole system up. So all I was looking for was weight loss. I saw all those beautiful before and after pictures, and I wanted to be that. I was tired, cranky, grumpy, felt like crud, and I didn't know there was a better way. Now we do. So before I even get into it, if you are one of those people that say, I don't have a story, oh my Lord, share other people's before and afters because it inspires people. That if I didn't see any, I wouldn't have joined and I wouldn't have done this 10 years later. I had a husband that was, I still have the husband, by the way. I had a husband that was crazy against me doing this as a business. He said, yeah, take the products if you want, but don't do the business. That's crazy. No. We're still together. I'm still doing the business. It's wonderful. He is a convert, loves the products and all the things. So if you're in that state, or if you know people that are, it's okay. I'll talk to anybody and tell you what we went through and how we got through it. Those are important things because those cause crazy stressors on your family, and we definitely don't want that for anybody. And trust me, it's much better in the end. So that's just a little bit about me. At the end of this time together, I'm going to give you 4 action items. As the teacher in me, I'm telling y'all that that's how I work. I'm going to do 4 things. By the time we get done, you'll be like, all right, here's my 4. I know what to do. Okay. Before we begin, who watched the Victor Antonio book club call on Saturday? Put a little 1 in the comments because I love to see that. And if you didn't, there's your first action item because geez, that guy brought it. The second one is, did you see, for those that are participating in Super Saturday, one of the speakers, Michelle Stuchel, did one on posting. And we're going to talk a lot about that. And if you didn't see either one, it's okay. I love those calls so much. I wanted to tie them both together and then we go. Okay. So at the end, you can always go back and watch it. The Victor Antonio is in the One Plexus community. It was a live thing. It's still there. You can go and watch it. Okay. The reason why it was so good, I'm not going to get into all of the specifics, but he always does the 4 C's, the ABCs, the 5 E's, so that you write them down and you remember, right? He's great at those types of things. And Michelle did a wonderful call on posting. So those 2 are great ones to do after this. I promise you'll get, and I'm not going to reiterate all of that. But before I jump in, put in the comments if you have, not if you have a junk drawer, because everyone has a junk drawer. Everyone's got a junk drawer. What I would love, put 1 random thing in the comments. What's in your junk drawer? And wait, when you go to type something in, you can't write the same thing as the person, that you can't repeat anything because we know there's tons of stuff, right? So start putting, there's a good one. There we go. Look at all these things. Hot dang. All right. So, oh my God, it's already so good. All right. So the reason why everyone's got this junk drawer with all of these banana things in there, like the red ties, dude, it's a hot mess of all things, right? And everything is in there, right? I get it. Everyone's got one. So what I did, the reason why I'm telling you this, the other day, I cleaned it out. I was so excited. I felt like everything in my life is good because I took it all out, and everyone in the house was like, what the heck are you doing? There's 6 people in my house, 4 children, my husband, myself, and my dog. My house is a hot mess at all times. So the fact that I'm diving into a junk drawer of all things when there's everything else around me is exploding, I did it anyway. So I took it all out. And rubber banded all of the pens this much, pencils this much, eraser, all of the stuff. And I got rid of garbage and I kept the good stuff. Guess what I found in there? There's a reason why I'm telling you all this for a definite reason. I found a gift card for Apple for $100. First off, hold on, I'm gonna call you in a sec, guys. First off, we don't have Apple products in our house. We're Samsung people. Why do I have this gift card in there? I don't know. Where did it come from? I don't know, right? I'm keeping it. It's a nice try, at least. But we're gonna use it. But that was like the, oh my Lord, that was amazing. Still, we have no idea where it came from. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because all of those things, and you saw everybody else's stuff, like, oh yeah, I got all that stuff on there too. I felt so good, so great afterwards that it's maintained its cleanliness for a good 3 weeks. I'm very impressed with my house, right? It's got a little, but it's easier to keep track of, like, all right, the pencils go here and this doesn't belong here, because I could see it. I could see the stuff. The reason why we're talking about that is this is exactly what some, myself included, I say all these things because it's myself included, some people's profile walls, your personal wall looks like a junk drawer. You took posts from Susie, you took a post from Sue, you took this, here's a graphic, put it all in there. This looks good today. It's whatever comes around you, you're putting up. I'm saying it because I'm saying we. I'm not you, we. And I get it completely because there's good nuggets. That bread tie you're gonna need. That post might be good for someone, but guess what happens when you take all of that stuff and put it on random? The people that are watching, it's like, oh, that's a junk drawer of some stuff, and they just walk away. They can't dig through it all to find the bread tie that they need. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today, is really getting through all of the junk and finding the good stuff, because you guys, I've seen all of your guys' posts. There's some really good stuff. You're sharing some quality, valuable content, but sometimes when you do the scroll, the valuable content is like on paragraph 4. Guys, people aren't reading 4 paragraphs. I would love it, but they don't have time. So we're going to get to that. Okay. But I get it, because you might think everyone needs all 4 paragraphs, Kath. I can't reduce it. I get you, but yeah, you can. Okay. I'm also do it. So let's get to it. So what we're going to do is either pair up with another Plexus person. If you have a Plexus buddy, you're going to message them after, not now, after the call. Give me a little bit. You're going to message them after the call and you're going to say, Plexus buddy, could you look at my wall as if you know nothing about Plexus? You're looking at my page like, all right, what does Elaine have to give me today? Okay. And scroll back a good month or two. Might be a ton of stuff, might be 2 weeks, a short bit, but scroll back through, clear out the stuff. If there were incentives from last month, they don't need to be in there anymore. If there were things that are timely, if you're sharing a recipe about cinnamon rolls, great, save that for yourself. You could take it down now. Okay. Yes, because I know I'm sharing it because I get it. Okay, so we're cleaning out that stuff, all the copy and pasted stuff. If it's good, keep it. If you think, okay, I like it, but just for me, you can change the privacy settings on each post if you want to. So you can click it and say, just me. So you're the only person that sees that post if you really want to keep it on there. Okay, so but what we're trying to get rid of is all the crazy random stuff. Okay. The reason why I say find a Plexus buddy, somebody that knows you well, they know your personality. So they know, Kat, that's really not you. You're really not going to the gym and working out that's not you. So why would I post that? If you guys know me, you know that that's it. That's just not. I would love it to be someday, but right now. Okay. So you're going to clear out all the junk. If you don't have that Plexus person, just look at it through the eyes of a sister, a friend that doesn't know squat about plexus. And what does it say? Does it speak to you? Okay. The next thing, what we want to do, don't worry about anybody else. I know that so many people follow Jules or people on the leaderboard and they follow all their posts. I get it. I'm one of those people. And I tell my team that every Thursday when the recognition comes out in the email, I go on there and say, all right, who's the people that I don't really know all that well? What are they doing? What are they posting? So I go and look at their stuff. Sure, absolutely. I'm not saying don't follow anybody, but they're following, see how they post, because I guarantee they're not posting a lot of graphics. I did a challenge with my team to say, we're doing a graphic free January. If you want to post a picture of a graphic, you have to have a picture of yourself with it. Because if you post a picture of slim and active, your people don't know the difference. They could look at it and say, is that probiotic? They don't know. So if you show them a stick of something or a capsule of something, it doesn't matter. It's white noise. It's more stuff in your junk drawer. But what they do want to see is pictures of you. You could do it with your drink. You could do it with what? They want to see you. They're friends with you. It's called Facebook with your friends for a purpose. We'll get to that part in 1 second. So try that. See all the graphics. What do they say? Are they garbly gunk? Is it you? Those are big ones. Oh, and the part about following the jewels and all of that kind of thing. Let's talk about that real quick. You don't have to name it, but think of a jewel that you follow, that you know, and you followed some of their posts and things like that. Think about that person. What do you know about that person? I'll give you an example. Most of you guys know Jill Renfro. I don't even know if she's on the call today, but I know Jill I don't talk to her every day. I just know her through her posts. She talks about IVF, how she got pregnant. Now she talked about sourdough, how she's home, how her husband, because she posts stories about herself. You're more connected with her, you know her story. She'll talk about plexus within those stories and how it's all intertwined. Okay. So if you think, okay, Kath, but I am not a jewel, I am not an interesting person that could post about that stuff, I strongly beg to differ. So now we're going to analyze you, because you have people in your Facebook that want to see you. Are you sharing that part of you? This is the next part to write down, is what are your hobbies? What are your interests? What do you like? What makes you unique? When you were in high school and college, what part of you did you want to hide most because you thought it was weird? Those are the cool parts that make you stand out as an adult. That's the stuff. I mean, I can go for days on that one for me personally. And I'll share that. You know what? I'm going to start sharing that one a little bit more, because, okay, bring it back to you guys. I was going to go to therapy session with y'all, but I'll pull it back. Okay. So start talking about that stuff. What is unique about you? I know a lot of these people on this call, and I know those unique, cool things that I would love to see more of, because that's interesting. When people get drawn into the interesting parts of you, they start to follow you more. They comment on all of the things more. And then you seem much more relatable and connected, so that you feel like you know that person better. So then when you bring up plexus, it's not weird, because that's another part of you. But if that's the only part that you're sharing, that's weird. Genevieve says that all the time. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. All right. So write all those things down. I would love for you to, after this call, write down as many things as you can that are unique to you. What do you like? Or what have you never shared before? If you could have a job that had nothing to do with your current job, what would it be? What did you want to be when you grow up? Any of those things. Unique, fun things. Okay. So those are the things you're going to start talking about. So as an example, for me, I'm a old mom of 4 perimenopausal teen kid, a lot of teen kids. lose my mind with that. A teachery mom, healthy-ish. Those are the things that I talk about. I'm really weird and awkward. I put that out there all the time. I don't care. Who cares, right? Okay, but that's what people want to see because then they connect. If I took a picture of myself with the eyelashes and the all of the things and all, people would think that I'm crazy. But when I show up to Plexus events, Plexus people think I'm crazy because I'm the only person that doesn't have eyelashes. And that's okay too. And I'm accepting that, but I just can't. And I know. Okay. So, when you go to post, let's talk about that. The Michelle Stuchel's Super Saturday part was really, really good. She went on hour 3. Though they posted it all in the Plexus Go app. If you signed up for Super Saturday, she was at like, I know it was hour 3, somewhere in there. I think they're going to segment them and put them out. But let's talk a little bit. I'll give you the down and dirty of the Michelle's thing, because that's what I talk about with my team all the time. When you go to post, pictures of yourself go a long way. You don't have to be all dolled up, but make it so that you kind of care. Brush your hair a little bit, but you don't have to go like all the bling. Just be you, because your friends know you and they know if you're trying too hard. Okay. Okay. So when you go to post, make, and we'll get to all of that, the other stuff in a second, but make your post 3 simple things. The top line should have a hook. What draws them in? As we said before, 4 paragraphs is not going to cut it. They're going to read one line. If they like that line, then they're going to read some more. The best way to do that is to use one of your 5 senses. Seeing, hearing, smell, feeling. I missed one. Touch, feel, smell. No, got that one too. Oh, thank you. Talking. I don't know. You guys know 5 senses. Okay. Because that connects with people. I see you. I see you struggle, right? I hear you complaining. I hear when you struggle. Things like that. Those feeling words definitely bring them in. The next thing would be connecting with them on those pain points. Inspire people, touch their heart, talk about the things that you guys are connected with. When you do post, pretend you're posting to one friend, like you're speaking to one friend. Don't use them by name, but when I go to write something, I pretend that I'm talking to my friend Jen, a dear friend that I know needs these products. I talk to almost always, and she just hasn't yet. I pretend I'm talking to her with almost every post. You'll reach a lot of people that feel the same way, but you'll feel much more one-on-one personal connection. The last thing, so you're going to do the hook, you're going to connect with them. The last thing you're going to do is a call to action. What do you want them to do? You got to say that at the very end. Do you want them to message you, call you? Do you want them to comment on something? Tell them what you want to do. Super simple, one line. So the reason being, going back to those jewel friends that you guys follow and all that, I know I'm almost done. You follow them because they're engaging. They're telling a story. And if you think I don't have a story to tell, we're going to get to that with all of your hobbies and all of that kind of thing. Let's go on to the next part. We're going to build your story. If you don't have a Plexus story yet, you're going to build one from today. I've been here 10 years and I have this new idea for all of my posts that have to do with Plexus that I haven't talked about in 10 years yet. So you could start today. It doesn't matter if you haven't posted in 3 weeks or ever, you don't have to tell people, here I am, haven't posted in a while. Don't do that. Just go. Because people don't know that you haven't posted in a while. So just start, and start wicked messy, and it's okay. So I love what Victor Antonio said when he was talking about his 3 C's. And he was talking about cadence and connection. I wrote them all down and I tossed that part. But cadence, connection, and consistency. Cadence meaning don't worry about what other people are doing. What is how often will you post? Some people post like 2, 3, 5 times a day, post on Instagram, post over here. Don't worry about those people. What do you want to do? How many people do you want to reach out to? Whatever that number is, you stay consistent with it. my suggestion, do a post a day, and we'll get to how in 1 second. So if you feel like, okay, I'm going to start back on the Plexus products because I've been all over the place forever and ever, I'm going to recommit. I'm going to do these things. Put it out there, because your audience will hold you accountable. They will be watching to see if you still do the things. Like Lisa going to do her walk. She walks all the time. She takes a picture, holding myself accountable, put stuff. I love that stuff, because you're like, dang, she's doing it again. Okay, here we go. So that will inspire people that you don't even know you're inspiring. Okay. But tell people, this is what I'm doing, and this is how it's going to look from here forth. So come with me, do it with me. Okay. That could be your call to action. I would love someone to do this with me. Okay. The last thing, I know we're all crazy busy. The fact that you guys took this time tonight to come on here is huge. So thank you for that, because you're taking time away from your family, your friends, your Netflix, all the things to come and do this. So I appreciate that. So I know that those 9 to 5 jobs, it's a lot with life and everything in between. So for you to say, that's all great, Kath, I don't have time to post all these things. What we're going to do from this point forward, we're going to plan them out. Because when you plan things out and you have time, whatever hour block you got, say it's a Sunday night and you're sitting down, you could do it while you're watching shows. Okay. You can, whatever. I'm not in your living room to see what you're watching. But you could do it at that time. So it's Monday the 22nd. We have until next Monday, tonight, after this call. What I would love for you to do is look at your calendar over the next couple days. What are you doing? Are you going out for coffee with friends? Are you doing a long commute to your job? Are you going on a vacation? Do you have 5,000 soccer games? Yes. So plan that out of like, all right, on Tuesday, I'm going out with my friend Sue. So you're going to write a post now about your lunch on Tuesday. I love going as if you're posting it then. Then when you're there on Tuesday and you're all dressed up, you take a picture and you put it out there. It's already written. Okay. So it doesn't have to be 100% done, but the majority. Planning makes everything easier. So if you say, okay, I have out of the week span, I have 2 functions that I could write about that other people might be interested in. You're going to write those as much as you can beforehand. I always say for my teacher people, the who, what, when, where, why, and how. I love that, as fast as you can. Who you going out with, when, where, how you feel, what you get. People are interested in that stuff. It's interesting. So it doesn't always have to be about Plexus. You intermittently disperse that throughout your week. Say what you're doing. How is your life evolved? Like if you're getting in the car with all of the things and you got your 5 water bottles, that's a Plexus post. That's life. Okay. So when you plan it all out, everything becomes easier. And if you say, okay, I only have 2 or 3 activities, fill it in with before and afters of other people. You don't need to write the entire story, because those pictures are amazing and they're enough to stop people scroll and say, dang, there's some more that I could, inspirational things, funny things, anything, but it doesn't have to be perfect, and it shouldn't look perfect, because we're not perfect. And if it does look perfect, personally, I scroll on by, because it's not real. Okay. So the last part, the horse blinders. I say that all the time. Put horse blinders on. Don't look at what other people are doing for the purposes of comparing. Only look at what other people doing is inspiration to become yourself, because then you're shoulding all over yourself. I should post this way. I should post like this person. Don't should yourself. Just do what works for you. Okay. So when you start to do this, give yourself a good, I was going to say a month, at least 2 weeks. Plan it out as much as you can. By the end of the month, you will feel so much better about posting, because it's interesting. Your friends will feel refreshed to know their friend, to see what they're doing. And they want to see what you're up to. That's why they go to you. So you're going to love the job, love posting. Other people will get drawn to you. We can go all day long about, I know it's almost time, all day long about the reaching out and the questions and all that. Go to Victor for all of the how to plan out questions and all that kind of thing. So last part, you do not have to know it all. You don't have to know anything. But your friends are like, all right, what are you doing? Just talk like a normal person. And you could say, I'm not sure what's in it, but I'll find out. You don't have to know all the things. But the 4 things we're going to do, if you forgot, if we messed them up, we're going to rewatch the Victor Antonio call in the One Plexus community. If you sign up for Super Saturday, you're going to watch the Michelle Stuchel's posting stuff in hour 3. Number 2, you're going to clear out your Facebook wall. Clear out the junk that you don't need. Number 3, you're going to decide who you are and who you're speaking to. Start writing about that stuff. All the other stuff is extra noise that nobody needs. The last one, we're going to plan it out. I love to plan things out on Sunday because that's quiet time. And when we do that, we can, when we do all of that stuff, it definitely makes things easier in the long run, because at the 7 o'clock time, when you're getting ready to go to work and do the things, your brain doesn't work to make a nice, wonderful post. Okay. All right. So, I love all the stuff. Now at the end, instead of clearing out your junk drawer, don't clear out your junk drawer until you plan out all your posts. We're good with that? Okay, thanks. And Julie, I love that you know questions about it. You know, that's what your friends are for. And we all have groups that you can look stuff up. We have all that stuff. The Help Center in Plexus back office is amazing with that as well. I search all that stuff too. So hopefully you guys got something out of this. Hopefully we're going to go forward and post well. No graphics for January. We're going to post ourselves, right? And we're going to do a prize. Let's see. All right. The prize for all those. Oh, yeah. See, great call to action. There you go. Call to action at the end. We got our 4 tips. But ask questions too, guys, as I'm looking through all of these. I'm going to